So I guess we got another Shatter Me edition. I can't say I'm like that excited. This is nothing. That's no, this is nothing. Shatter Me is back! Shatter Me is back in my hands. If you know anything about me, which you don't, you know that I have one obsession that trumps all of the others. And it is a Warner boy. We have Watch Me, the revival of Shatter Me, the New Republic, and it is set 10 years in the future from James's point of view. You've had a good amount of time to read the series, so this, hopefully, okay, is not a spoiler, but if it is, skip a little bit forward. This is a little update that I'm adding after my like second vlog update that actually, if you haven't read the Shatter Me series, you probably don't want to watch this video because it seems to be a little impossible to not talk about the Shatter Me series without mentioning everything that happened in the Shatter Me series, because it does indeed happen to be in the same world with the same people with some type of like fall off and like parallels, and like they're very similar. So I'm going to be analyzing Watch Me based on Shatter Me and everything that I know, because Shatter Me is my favorite series. So if I get to talk about it, I'm going to. So this is spoiler free reading vlog for Watch Me only. So please read Shatter Me. It's a really easy read and it's really, really fun. And if you don't want to read Shatter Me at all, you can watch this. Had you read the series, you would know James is Warner's little brother, which means I get Warner Part 2. The love of my life is back. As I know this is James's story, I do, but very selfishly, my brain is just thinking about the fact that I went through one of these pages like really early on and I saw the name Aaron Warner Anderson. Oh my god, I'm back home. I'm back home. One thing you should know about this series, which I can't really state for Watch Me, is that Shatter Me is a YA series. Aaron Warner is not a YA man. And I'm hoping that this energy gets brought into Watch Me because it was the perfect mix of a YA series with a little bit of something for me specific. The synopsis, the rundown of this is James Anderson had a plan, or half of one. All that matters is that he managed to do what his older brother, the famous Aaron Warner Anderson, never did. His name. Butterflies infiltrate Ark Island, the last refuge of the reestablishment. No one else had been able to breathe the stronghold, but James is in a prison cell, sure. But as far as James is concerned, a win is a win. He is in prison. James was a baby last time I saw him. Hello? Roosevelt Wolf had a plan. She always has a plan. On Ark Island, where constant surveillance, is packaged as security, even emotions must be experienced with caution. That's interesting, because this is really different from where we were, or where the world was 10 years prior. As a trained assassin, my type of girl, her every moment is monitored by synthetic intelligence, and when she's given an order to kill, she never hesitates. Okay. Oh, this is getting modern and it's getting a little scary. I don't like how this dystopian novel is kind of starting to sound like the world outside. And of course, enemies to lover has never felt more impossible. This woman writes enemies to lovers and slow burn and yearning so amazingly. I can't even. As per usual, when I'm doing a reading vlog for my top favorite series, I must show off my credit card debts. This right here is my credit card debt. This right here. I have the UK editions of Shatter Me because of course the US ones are not enough for me. Look at her. Oh my god. In the back, it says, I have a curse, and it's crossed out in Juliet's most notorious way. I have a gift. I am their weapon, and it's crossed out. I will fight back. I have Unravel Me, which the color, hello, Miss Ma'am. Hello, Miss Ma'am. It says, he's found me, and I'm slipping away. He's never going to let me go. I miss him. I'm gonna get to read about him again. Wrong book. Ignite Me, which is, hello, Miss Ma'am. Hello, Miss Ma'am, which in the back says, I'm left with nothing, just emptiness, just complete and utter disbelief. And Restore Me. Do you see these colors? Like, are you actively appreciating how pretty these colors are? Start appreciating it then. The girl with the power to kill with a single touch now has the world in the palm of her hand. I'm acting like I'm rereading this. I might as well. I actually read it really recently. The series has been out since like 2012. And the 5th book, which is my absolute top favorite book of the series, Defy Me, is coming soon in UK, which looks like this. It comes in like June, and I've had it pre-ordered for like a year, and I'm so freaking excited for this book. You don't even understand. I'm acting like I'm rereading the series. I might as well, but I really read it like not too long ago because I had the insane opportunity to work with HarperCollins and Epic Reads on promoting this deluxe edition, this like US deluxe edition, which is phenomenal, like phenomenal. But I had not read the series yet. Before I accepted anything, I was like, give me 2.5 seconds, 2.5 seconds. I read that series so damn fast that when it was time to like receive this deluxe edition, I was on my knees. I was like, give it to me. Give it to me, because this series has completely changed my life to the point that I did get a tattoo less than a month after finishing the series. I do have problems. I don't understand permanence, but Warner has this tattoo, so I have this tattoo. I was supposed to film this a little bit ahead of time, but I didn't feel like it. So I also had the insane opportunity to go to my first meet and greet, and my first meet and greet was with one of my favorite authors, which is kind of the craziest thing that has ever happened in my entire life. I've never been to a meet and greet, which is one, and then two, the woman that has changed my absolute life is sitting right in front of me, like two rows down. Like, how am I supposed to contain myself? It wasn't just, I'm doing my first meet and greet. No, I'm doing my first meet and greet with the woman who has made me who I am. I was so damn nervous. Wow. When I tell you, the moment I looked in that woman's eyes, the moment I stood in front of her, she looked up at me and my eyes just went full of tears. I literally looked at her and the only thing I could say was like, I'm so nervous. And she was like, you don't have to be nervous. And I was like, stop, I can't do this. You wrote these things. Oh my God, it was so overwhelming and it was so beautiful, and like, this is how that went. Watch me. Do I match the book? Yes or no? These are my pants. And I have blue shoes. I'm ready to see Warner. I got this at Walmart because mine didn't come in time, so I could get this one signed. There's no point in my mom having a double copy. Ow. I'm getting her to get this one signed. We're gonna have the OG and the new one. Mom, say hello to the camera.
Oh. Hi!
We're ready to rumble.
We are. I have a purple purse. Like the book.
I color matched her. We're ready to go. Can you tell us my first meet and greet, yes or no?
Perfect. And we're gonna meet Juliet. No, we're gonna meet
Warner.
Chapter Warner. Yay!
Thank you. I was better than getting it on the back. Thank you so much for everything. You changed my life. Honestly, one of the most magical experiences of my life. Again, I've never met an author before, and it just felt like I was like, I don't know, in the presence of a goddess. Jesus. And she was so sweet. Her vibe and her energy is just astonishing. Like, she's such a precious soul. She's so good-hearted. The way that she speaks, I'm like, oh my God. I was on cloud nine. I can't even describe how phenomenal that experience was. The way that this woman has with words, the way that she described everything, the way that she promised that she was going to hurt us.
Yes, you will suffer in a good way. Like, I'm here to make you suffer along the way, but then by the end of it, you feel good. You know, like, I'm not gonna destroy you in like that way where you're like, I hate you.
My type of author. And I even went up to her and I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to say. Look at my tattoo. What is wrong with me? I could have said so many other things and I blinked. But it was fine because she was so sweet, and I'm so freaking grateful to have been able to meet her. Best experience of my life. And I did get my first in-person signature, because of course a meet and greet means she meted and greeted me.
Surprise!
So happy. One thing is that because I've never been to a meet and greet before, I was a little lost on and did not realize that I could take 2 books to get signed. So when I got there, I was a little sad because I would have taken Ignite Me, but like the UK version, because that's what I referenced for my tattoo. But I was like, I'm not gonna get sad about this. Tahereh Mafi's right there. Relax. And then, so this is the copy that I got from HarperCollins. So I was like, you know, it would be really, really nice if on this copy, instead of signing like my name, like I put like my handle to sign. I was like, that would be so wonderful, wouldn't it? But I put the sticky note on the wrong page. She did not see the sticky note because I am an imbecile. And I didn't get a name on this one. And I was like, yeah, the sentimental value, but it's fine because Tahereh Mafi signs my book. So enough of me fangirling for now, because I am so excited. I'm so ready to jump into Watch Me. We are going to start my spoiler-free Watch Me reading vlog. And if you see me screaming, note that it is probably because either Kenji or Aaron Warner is on the page. Because I'm not gonna know how to contain myself when oh my god, dude, you don't get it. They are words on paper, please. No, Miss Ma'am, the moment that I get to get extra scenes, that like the series had ended, so now I get extra scenes from my favorite people, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. But at the same time, I don't think you understand how perfect James is going to be. I'm not prepared. She writes characters so damn well, and I'm so ready to fall in love with somebody new, but I'm so sorry. This is not about him, but I'm so ready to read about Aaron Warner. Oh my god, I get to read about Aaron Warner. Here we go. I forgot. I actually read the first 3 chapters of this already because this has been out for like almost a year at this point. We got Watch Me sneak peeks in here and it's the first 3 chapters. So this isn't a spoiler. This is not a spoiler because those chapters have been out for a while. But even if you haven't read it, Tahereh also said it's not a spoiler because she did say it in her panel. Quite literally. She said, this is not a spoiler. The story literally begins with James dying. So if you don't remember, at the end of Shatter Me, he was starting to come into like healing powers. The wonderful enemies to lovers story starts with Roosevelt slitting his throat and James dying. Excuse me, can you name something more damn iconic? This is how you write enemies to lovers, ladies. Let's get reading chapter 4 now. You know I love me a dedication. This isn't a dedication. This is a quote, I guess. No one will ever know the violence it took to become this gentle. Oh my god. That is so pretty. So I actually have to work because I poorly planned, meaning we're going to continue this vlog through audio. I'll let you see while I work. Seems like wherever Roosevelt is post reestablishment, she's like under constant surveillance, like she's always being watched. Watch me. I'm a fucking genius. 20 minutes in and I already understood the title. Regardless, it's really creepy. It's giving Black Mirror and I'm kind of uncomfortable. Okay, we'll see. Adam is gonna be pissed. Warner is going to be super pissed. Juliet is probably already crying. If I survive this, Genji will kill me himself. I'm so happy to be back with him. That was the most accurate, like, character representation in the span of, like, 3 seconds. I want to see them again. Do you remember, what's her name? Do you remember Emmeline? This is so torturous because I'm on like chapter like 5 or whatever. Being able to read whatever Emmeline had gone through, which was atrocious, and we knew nothing about what she was going through. But I feel like I'm reading about all of the torture that she went through because what they're doing to Roosevelt is actually so baffling. Tahereh Mafi is creative in forms of torture. I'm uncomfortable. Also, I'm listening to the book in 2 times speed because my brain go really, really fast all the time. And anything less pisses me off. But every single time in his James chapter, I cannot understand the man. This is the first narrator that I am like, oh, you are moving. You are moving. He speaks so damn fast. And honestly, it is so like Kenji coded. I can like half understand him, but I think I can pick up on it enough because I'm not gonna slow it down. And he curses like his life depends on it. When Tahereh said James curses really, really often, I didn't expect him to literally be sailor mouthing every single time he has a single thought. Every time he has a thought, he is dropping profanities plays like his life depends on it. I love him. I love him already. I knew I was gonna like this kid. I know James is gonna be a charmer. I should have disarmed her immediately and drove that knife through one or both of her eyes instead of losing a full heartbeat of my life wondering how a person could walk around with a face like that without warning people first. This isn't his brain. It's weird though. I'm trying to get used to the fact that this boy was like a little tiny annoying very sweet 10-year-old 2.5 seconds ago, but he's 20 now. I need to detach my brain a tiny tad, but he ate that up. He ate that up. He just met this woman and he said, sexy. There's a little bit of Aaron Warner in him. I see it. There's a lot of bit of Aaron Warner in him, let me tell you. We all know that Aaron is the #1 trauma boy. He is so good at being such a trauma boy, and this is what this man said. Usually I keep my childhood trauma in a hermetically sealed box buried under piles of other useless shit in my brain. This man is real, and this man, Aaron Warner 2.0 with Kenji Sparkle. Okay, one thing I'm gonna say again, not to keep saying that James is Warner 2.0, but Tahereh in the Q&A did say that her parallels from Shatter Me and Watch Me are extremely intentional, so like to watch for those parallels, right? So he said, I don't know anything about the girl except that she murdered me and then tried to murder me again and again. All I'm saying is I want you to think back to Shatter Me when Aaron was like, she shot me. This girl's in love with me. Same energy, same energy. If she wants to kill you, spare her life. Love of your life. Realizing I'm gonna continue talking about this in comparison to Shatter Me, like the parallels of it, because Shatter Me changed my life. So you're gonna have to listen to it. We are getting mention of like everything that Adam had done, which we loosely knew. Adam Kent Anderson, half brother of Aaron Warner, my big brother, nicest guy in the world, wouldn't hurt a fly, refuses to own a gun, helps organize fundraisers at the elementary school, has no interest in the family business, doesn't like to talk about his past. We go to the same restaurant every Thursday and he always orders the same thing, a cheeseburger with no onions. He made his mistakes in his relationship, blah, 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 blah. We're 10 years past that, okay? But it's so interesting to see the fact that now he is such a like controlled guy. Like I think specifically him going to the same restaurant every single Thursday, it's just so Adam. We got a bit of the bad side of Adam, and then we got Adam kind of rebuilding himself. But the fact that he is so controlled, I think fits so well with his character. Obviously it does, because she wrote this character. She knows Adam better than Adam knows Adam. But as a reader, I'm just so amazed by the fact that it makes so much sense that he ended up like this, considering he wasn't able to handle like the movement in Juliet's head. Once she got past her trauma, I'm just realizing that I'm talking about the Shatter Me evolution instead of James and the Watch Me like new revolution, but whatever. The fact that after Juliet had been imprisoned and she was like a shell of a human being, where she was controlled and she was very like cautious and very timid, which is how Adam fell in love with her. But the moment that Juliet kind of found herself, she became more fiery. She had a lot of movement. She had so many emotions. She was like all over the place, and that's what made it impossible for them to work. So it's just so interesting to see like how controlled his personality is and how that kind of reflects the way that their relationship went, I guess. It's growth. It's growth. This is such a useless little side note. I appreciate it. So if you like Shatter Me, you are gonna appreciate it. These updates are all coming within like 2-3 paragraphs. So sorry, but I'm not gonna shut up about my babies from Shatter Me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. No, I'm not. But he said, your power has made you intolerable. Your power has made you intolerable. Warner said to your power has made you intolerable. Hello! Your power has made you intolerable. Warner said that to me once. He said, I thought you were annoying as a child. I was right. I thought you might grow out of it. I was wrong. Now you seem to think you're a superhero. You walk through the world like nothing can touch you. I don't know why you smile so much. Kent knew better than to smile so much. I certainly never taught you to smile. Shut up, he said, when I tried to point out that he smiled all the time these days. Stop it. One day, that overzealous optimism is gonna get you in trouble. You think I'm being hard on you? I am. It's because I don't want you to die, you idiot. I smile at the memory. That's as close as he ever comes to saying, I love you, little brother. Okay, so I recently saw a comment that somebody made on one of my like watch me release day posts. I actually didn't read the full comment. I'm going to make commentary on it anyways. So I think they said that like they don't know if they don't remember Warner correctly, but he was just too mean. Again, I read the series recently, so trust me, Warner is engraved in my brain cells. To anybody that doesn't know Warner well, that is rude. That is awful. You are so mean. I never taught you to smile that much. But that is so Warner. I love this man so much. He's mean. He is mean. He is mean, but he just doesn't know how to express himself. So literally what he said, he was like, that's the closest he's ever gonna say to I love you, little brother. Dude, it was so mean. It was so mean, but I miss hearing him speak. He is so freaking real. Like, honestly, he is so cunty. He is so sassy, so slay. I love Aaron Warner. To say this book is freaking me out is kind of an understatement. I'm genuinely pretty freaked out right now. Pretty much, it's like talking about how they're able to map out people's minds, their psychological history to approximate their reactions to thousands of different scenarios. I feel like that freaks me out. Tahereh said that she wrote this book because she had been in the car with her daughter and her daughter had said, oh, how cool is it that the map knows where we're going? Lately, even when I go in my car, if I'm gonna go to the office at the same time every single day, eventually it just starts automatically giving me the address to that place. And when I'm gonna go home, it automatically gives me the address to go home because it's grabbing like all of the analytics or whatever the hell it's called of what if you leave at the same time every day and go to the same place every day, then obviously you're gonna go to the same place today. But it's really creepy because these people are pretty much doing it with people. So it's kind of like, you know, like how AI knows how to respond to absolutely everything all of the time. And it seems like this twist is in people, and it freaks me out because it's a little too, how to say, modern. It feels a little too real. I feel like this book is give Black Mirror, and Black Mirror freaks me out. You know, like the old Dystopian, I wouldn't say it's outdated per se, it's just not, the technological advances are really different, and it's not at the same level of like where society has grown to this point. And now she said that she wants to hit where society is at this point, and I don't like it because it feels too real. It's freaking me out. If we believe our choices are our own, if we do not know we are being bent to obeisance, we will not be tempted to revolt. The ultimate goal of synthetic intelligence, then, is the obliteration of organic intelligence, the eradication of resistance. Oh, God. Okay. I don't know. I feel like this is like the first story in a while that I'm genuinely just like amazed at. I really love dystopian books, but the dystopian books that I have read does usually kind of target the same type of like government manipulation, but this one is just different. It's itching my brain in a way that makes me extremely uncomfortable but extremely intrigued. One thing I think is so interesting is that James seems to be a character very much like Kenji, who's kind of erratic all over the place all of the time. Like everything is funny. James feels like the perfect contradiction to everything that's happening in Ark Island. Every thought is monitored, so you're super careful with the way that you think. How do you say it? Like it's super like line. So everything is like extremely controlled, and then James is always like everywhere, and it seems like he's freaking everybody out in Ark Island who's trying to anticipate him, and it's making me anxious. It's making them anxious, which is interesting because I'm assuming they've never dealt with all of that chaos since everybody in Ark Island has already been living under this type of surveillance. I feel like this is gonna be so interesting to see how they try to control somebody who seems so very uncontrollable versus Rosabelle, who is very much trying to even control her own thoughts. Like she said, she needs to keep secrets from herself so they don't understand what's going on in her brain, which I think is really interesting. And once more in the Q&A, Tahereh had said that they're like really good foils for each other, and I just think that that is so interesting in this type of world. It is so new. I'm so intrigued. I keep saying this is making me anxious, but can you believe it's making me anxious? In the beginning, James dropped a banger of a line. If you're watching this program right now, I'd encourage you to ask yourself this: what would Aaron Warner Anderson do? Because that's the question I'm about to answer, and he taught me everything I know. First of all, yes, sir! Yes, sir! However, every time that I am just like, oh yes, James, you're eating. I just really met you and you're eating. They say the subject doesn't seem to understand that everything he learned from his brother was first taught to him by his father, who was trained from the beginning by us. This is going to be a shit show. This is freaking me out. James is gonna die again. Welcome to Parallels part 35. She literally says, I'm scared to touch James. I don't know why, but a part of me is scared to touch James. I feel like I'm just reliving everything right now. Everything is falling apart from the beginning and I'm just on cloud 9. Whoa! Yeah, she's here! I'm gonna scream! I feel like I'm like reading a fan fiction right now. Like I'm fangirling. Dude, the moment that Aaron gets on the page, oh, I'm in love with this man. I don't know what I'm reading this for. Not for Warner. Stop it. Stop it. Stop! I'm going insane. Oh, this is the love of my life. Stop it. You are embarrassing me. Warner grabbed jelly beans and they made fun of him for it, and he said they're for my wife. I love him. And then Kenji and Warner's relationship, my absolute favorite, like best friendship in a book ever. And he said, stop it. This is so embarrassing. What the hell is happening? Dude, chill. And then Kenji says, you're married? Congrats, man. I had no idea. You literally never mentioned it. And Warner says, shut up. Oh my God. They are literally so bestie coded. I cannot breathe. And then. Chill. Oh my God. I'm going to drive you guys away. What the hell just happened? You need to like get a grip, dude. Get a grip. Listen to this scene. Look at this scene. This is Aaron Warner. I look up to see Warner watching this exchange, studying me impassively as he pockets the candy. He tugs up his shirt Stop. He tugs up his shirt sleeves, then crosses his arms. He's wearing lavender. He's the only guy I know who can wear a lavender crew neck and still be terrifying. Fucking lose my mind! Hey, if you did not know, actually, Aaron Warner is the number one book boyfriend that I have. I'm fangirling. I'm losing my fucking mind, dude. I'm an adult. Chill! This is not a book about Aaron. Aaron Warner is the definition of hates everybody but his woman. They don't write men like this anymore. You will apologize to Juliet. You will do it today. You will sit with her for as long as she likes. You will never do this to her again. Do you understand me? You will never ever do something this stupid, or I swear to you, James, you will live to regret it. The only thing this man cares about is that his wife has been crying for 12 hours. Obviously, he cares that James is not okay, but he cares more that James distressed Juliet. I need to go to therapy. What's wrong with you? Dude, this can't be okay. I need somebody, please, 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 please. Can you just comment and validate the way that I'm getting over this book character, because this is actually the most outrageous reaction I've ever had reading a book in my entire life. The moment that Warner got on that page, this is what my highlights do indeed look like. It gets worse. Give me 1 second. Here we go. 1, 2. Yep. I highlighted every single line that came out of this man's mouth.